Hi, everybody. Welcome to Chat and Craft with Lorraine. My name is Lorraine Tierney, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Warner, New Hampshire. And I like to make cards. I like to send cards. I like to share cards. And I really, really like to help other people make cards. So today I'm coming to you live with two floral suites. And I want to show you two different kinds of cards you can make with these suites. And I can't tell you the names of the suites right off the top of my head because one's Floral Impressions and one's Impressions of Bloom or Florals of Bloom. They're too close. I get them all mixed up. So you'll have to go on the Stampin' Up! Website to see which one is which one. Or I could grab my catalog. Let me see. I think one of them is in the catalog and one of them is an online exclusive. So let's look here for a second. Oh, no. Okay, here's one of them. This one is we're going to use Pretty Florals. Let me switch my camera over. We're going to use Pretty Florals. This stamp set and some of this paper. Here it is. And the suite is called Florals in Bloom. And right now there is a suite sale. So if you buy one full suite, you get another suite half price. If you buy a bundle from a suite, you get another bundle from a suite half price. If you buy paper from a suite, you get something of lesser value, paper or lesser value, free at half price. Let me just see if this other one is also. No. And so the other one is called, this is Florals in Bloom, and the other one must be Impressions in Bloom, and it uses a different floral stamp set. Well, I'm going to confuse you, and we're going to use lots of things from suites today. That's just how it happens to go. And I want to show you a cool way to make an envelope that I learned yesterday. So this first one is going to use a thick Whisper White card. Whisper White, where did that come from? Basic white card base. We used to have Whisper White and a piece of the Designer Series paper. And I can tell you that this is from Floral Impressions. Floral Impressions. So I think that's, who knows? I don't know. Is that the same one? I've already forgotten. I'm telling you. Hi, Mary. It's too close. I can't keep these two suites straight. Mary, are you keeping the two floral streets straight? Bleh. Easy for me not to say. Suites straight. And if you are, could you please tell me how you're doing it and help me be able to do it? All I can tell you is I love the paper that's part of both suites. This one has a lot of strawberry slush and blackberry bliss and garden green. It's gorgeous. And then we're going to put this on, but I don't know whether I'm going to pop it up or put it flat. So let's do a little stamping first. So on this one, we're going to use the Pretty Florals stamp set. This one does not have sentiments, as you can see. It has all two-step stamping. So a background and then a detail. Background and detail. Background and detail. So it's really, really pretty. Yeah, they're just killing me with all these DSP kind of thingies. Yeah. So let's stamp. I saw somebody do this recently. I don't know. Maybe we can make this a little bit bigger with another stamp, but I didn't really pay attention to how they did it. So I'm going to use some garden green, and I'm going to put this right here. I need to leave room for my flowers and maybe a sentiment right there. Uh-oh, I've got to grab a chamois. I packed some stuff up today because I went to a little shop and did a free card making thing. We had so much fun. Had quite a few people make cards, and it was a blast. I loved it. So I think we'll do this flower. Whoops, I'm not in the screen. These two flowers here in the strawberry slush. So first I'm going to do the background. And I'm going to grab a piece of scrap paper so I can stamp off with my strawberry slush ink. Hi, Michelle. And then put this on here. All right. And then we'll do the detail part of that flower. And I think that is this one, but I always have to check. Yes. Although you probably could get away with doing them on either one, but let's do this. Oh, that might not be the right one. That looks a little small for that. Let me try the other one on another block. So you can tell I didn't prep for this ahead because I had a lot going on today. Okay, I think we're going to use this one. So Pretty in Pink. And we'll put that detail on. Ah, there we go. That was the right one. So just check with the front and make sure it lines up okay. So we're going to put that on there, but we need a little sentiment. So what are we going to put there for a sentiment? I think we'll use the thanks from this stamp set. Or, well, really, I would like a thinking of you. I need some more thinking of you cards. So let's see. Here is a thinking of you on this, and we just won't do that little tail so much. I think I can fit that right there. Sure. Looks like that stamp went away just a little bit smudgy. I'm going to try to clean that off. Thank you, Mary. Everybody enjoying this beautiful day today? What color do you think we should do this in? I'm going to do it in the strawberry slush. Let's see if that's going to be dark enough. I think that'll be dark enough. Don't stamp on top of the corrugated embossing folder. That won't be even. And I forgot that I said I was not going to ink up all of that tail. We'll just ink up a little bit. Okay. There we go. Thinking of you. Too hot and humid for your taste, Mary? Yeah, it is a little hot out. Now, I was telling you that I saw somebody, I think, add another flower to these. But I haven't played with that, but that's something you might want to try. I think we're just going to leave it like that for now. and not try something totally rogue. Let's put that back. Okay. And then I think we'll put this flat on here. I almost feel like it needs a headband around the top, you know? This pack your bag twine, I'm not sure if this is still available. I think it's on the last chance rack. This is strawberry slush. And so you could put a little bow with that. Let's try it. We can always take it off if we don't like it. It's only twine. And as I can tell you from my friend Michelle that's watching, there's even some people that aren't as crazy about twine as I am. But I have quite the twine collection because I do enjoy it. Hi, Debbie. So we'll go around. Come on, get up there. Like this, except I want this one a little bit longer. Okay. I'm going to tie it upside down so I can make this piece be the shorter piece. And this one go around. And we're just going to have a little bow up top there. And then encourage that one to come down. One thing I forgot on my little impromptu thing today was glue dots. Hi, Julie. Thank you, Mary. You can always catch me on the replay. Thanks for popping in while you could. A rolled up glue dot is just perfect for holding your twine in place. There you go. I also got another glue dot stuck on my thumb. Then I think we'll pop this up on some dimensionals. Make sure you always use the edges of your dimensionals as well as the inside ones. I'll just peel these off. If you've ever had kids at a workshop, you'll know that kids love these dimensionals. I had a couple of kids today and they really enjoyed these. And even one woman said, "Oh, those are just so satisfying, peeling off that backing and having that be sticky." So that was pretty funny. One there. And of course, we have to have a couple in the middle. And somehow I have a piece of something, piece of twine stuck there. Okay. So let's put that here. And that's a beautiful card using whatever the suite is that's in the annual catalog that we looked at. It is the Florals in Bloom suite. And you know what? The piece of paper that we used might be from the other suite. I think it is. It's from the other floral suite. So feel free to mix and match. That's my theory, and I'm sticking with it. So I have a different kind of card for you with this other suite. This one has very little stamping on it and lots of die cuts. So it uses the Impressions of Bloom bundle and a little bit of the Notes and Totes bundle. So the Notes and Totes, let me just clean this off before I put something in it. The Notes and Totes bundle has a fence die that looks like, oh, I can't get it. Looks like this. And it cuts 3 pieces of the fence and then the crossbars. And so I haven't used that yet. And I decided today I wanted to use it. So here's what I'm going to do with this. I have a regular basic white thick card base. And I'm going to put a piece of the beautiful bokeh paper on there. I love that bokeh look. The other side's also pretty, but I'm going to use the Daffodil Delight side. These 2 suites are also both part of the suite sale. Okay. And then I thought I would put the fence on. So I have not made, I'll be honest, I haven't made one of these cards yet. So I'm experimenting out loud right here. I think 4 might be enough. I thought about maybe doing them a little staggered, but really I'm not sure how much, maybe I'll do 5, how much of the fence is going to show, because in my vision, I have lots of flowers growing on this fence. So I'm going to get rid of this and I'm going to put this on a line and try to find the middle of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Which one was that right there? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, goodness. Let's just use a ruler, huh? Let's go with a ruler. These grids aren't numbered. Okay. So right here is about the center. It's a homemade card. I don't have to be exact, but I did want to start out kind of in the center. And then I'll put one here. And then put one here. Have any of you used this fence before? I know some of you have the Notes and Totes bundle. I don't know if I've seen cards with the fence or not. I like all the detail in these pieces of fence. Can you see all that? It's really pretty. All right, so we have our verticals. And then we have a couple of crossbars. And I will probably trim these. I think they're supposed to go way down at the bottom and way up at the top and cover those dots. I guess I will try that. I'm not so sure they have to cover up those dots. And I'll trim that little end once it's dry. I thought a nice white summery picket fence, whoops, would make a nice card. Okay. So let me show you the dies from this Impressions of Bloom bundle. So these dies just cut from cardstock. You don't have to stamp these first. And this is an outline die, and then this puts little lines in your flower. You can see those lines. Now, it also, without the insert, it can cut out your stamped images. So it does both, which is really handy to have. Today, I just used the dies. And I did a bunch of die cutting already. There we go. So here's the big flower, and then you can see the lines that that insert one puts in there. So I did some big flowers in Petunia Pop and Pool Party. A piece of twine stuck on my finger. Oh my goodness. I can't get it off. There we go. And lemon lime twist. And then I did a couple of green pieces. Maybe we'll put them like that. I think they're granny apple green and lemon lime twist. I'm not sure how we're going to do these. And more Petunia Pop flowers. Everything is sticking to my fingers. More Pool Party. Another green one. I really was getting into the Petunia Pop. And another Petunia Pop. So let's see. Oh, I could tuck that behind the fence a little bit just to hold it there in place. Okay, let's see what we would do with these. So we have to have some big ones in the background and some smaller ones. And these are just a different shape flower. I don't know. We're going to have flowers growing off of everything. I think right there. Now, this is going to be a pain in the neck to take off and glue. So hold on 1 second. I thought I had something right here, but I just moved it just a little bit. We are going to use a piece of press and seal. So I'm going to take this piece of press and seal. I'm okay with my flowers arranged like that. Looks a little dark. Is that better? Like that. And I'm going to press the press and seal on top. And it's going to pick up all those things. Well, didn't pick up the one I tucked underneath. So let's glue that one down. These all kind of have slits in them. So I'm going to have to be careful with the glue. And now I'm going to apply glue to these just like this. I'm going to leave them on my press and seal. And then we're going to lay this back down onto the card. Make sure they're sticking on that. And I can see through it a little bit, enough to put these down and give them a little bit of a rub. Not quite so forceful because I just moved a couple things. But I'm hoping that gives them enough glue to start this out. So I lost this one, didn't quite have enough to make it stick right there. But you can always use your little scrap of paper and glue trick to add a little bit more. So hold that right there and hold that one right there. I need a little under that lemon lime twist guy and a little bit under my pool party flower. There you go. And then you can always give it a little flap. Nothing seems to be falling off. So that makes your beautiful bouquet of flowers. And now let's see, that's the one I got glue on, so I don't want that one. But I was thinking about putting a sentiment down here. I don't think I want it on white. What color do you think I should put it on? Maybe I have some lemon lime twist, some petunia pop. That's not pool party. I'm thinking I want a piece of pool party. Let me grab that. It's a good thing I wear these headphones, huh? Because then I can walk around. You like the lemon lime, Michelle? Lemon lime or pool party? Oh, the lemon lime is a lot brighter, isn't it? Let's use lemon lime with some, maybe some granny apple green. Let's see what the granny apple green looks like with the lemon lime twist. And I'm going to use that thing that I almost used on the other one. And then I want to show you this fun new way I learned to make an envelope yesterday. And I don't have anything prepped for you with that because I was running out of time. I thought I had so much time to get ready. There you go. A nice little thanks. And I ran out of time. We might need to put some Wink of Stella on that card and some jewels. Oh, I don't like how I cut that one out. It's not exactly straight, so I'm going to do a little fussy cutting. There we go. And put that. Now that's going to get lost right there, don't you think? I think that's going to get a little bit lost. What can we do to help that out? Let's punch a little something. I punched a little half circle, and I think I'm going to put the little half circle right there at the bottom of the fence and put the thanks on that. Just so that doesn't get lost. Now, do I have a wink of Stella handy over here? I'm not sure. I'll move that over just a little bit. Not sure if oh, right here in front of me. Let's see. Let's give it just a little bit of sparkle on these flowers. Just going to give it a little push. Get a little more. Don't give it a push right over your project, just in case you get a big blip coming out. All right, and then that will dry and just show some sparkle. Can you see some sparkle on that? That will be pretty. Hi, Joanne. All right, so these are the two cards. Now this envelope will fit either card. Let's take a look at that. I have my cheat sheet with my measurements right there. And I had a piece of patterned paper over here. So I'm going to make an envelope out of this beautiful piece of patterned paper. I love this. And let me think. You know what? This is going to have some flowers upside down. So that might not be the best piece of paper because the envelope folds with flaps in two different directions. Let's use the other side of this one. Oh, I like this one too. I'm going to switch that again. How about this one? This is from Cheers and Sips. So it has flowers on this side and stripes on that side. So we're going to cut a piece of this. That is, I got to see what this side is. Okay, I can do that. 6 3/4. I know I had to put my arm out for this. Can you believe it? By 9 1/4. 6 3/4 by 9 1/4. And then we're going to score it at a 1/2 inch on both long sides. So with the short side at the top, we're going to score down the long sides at 1/2 inch. And don't score too vigorously when it's patterned paper. I could put bling in the middle of those flowers, Michelle. That is a great idea. And then I'm going to score it at 3 inches and 7 1/4 inches. Okay, and we can put our trimmer away. And you can see the score lines better on this side. So the two sides at a 1/2 inch, and then 3 and 7 1/4. Okay. And I'm going to have the flower side be the front of my envelope. Okay. And then we'll fold these. I have to do just a little bit of trimming. This is such an easy way to make an envelope. All right, I need a pair of scissors. Here we go. So now I'm going to cut out these little rectangles on the top and on the bottom. And I'm going to cut my score lines mostly off. Just give it the slightest of a miter. Cutting off that score line. And then the same thing on this side. Just one more of these to do. Okay. So now, basically, this envelope is going to come in like this and come in like this. But I'm going to also miter these edges just a little bit. And it's a long thing to get straight. So I actually like to do it on my trimmer just a little bit. So I'm going to take off a little triangle there. You see, just the smallest bit so that when it folds up, it has a little nicer edge to it. And just the littlest bit on this side. Okay, and we'll do the top as well. The top is not as long, so it's not quite so hard, but I find I don't cut a very straight line. I didn't go all the way on this one. There we go. And then cut a little bit off. There we go. So however you want to miter those, give these a good score again. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on either side of those and bring those up. Just a thin line. Whoops. A little curvy on that, but I think it'll be okay. You don't want to be gluing your envelope shut. Good. Okay, and so then either one of these cards would fit in this envelope. Oh, now why is this one? Seems to be coming out a bit short. I'll show you the one I made yesterday and it worked. This is the card an envelope we made yesterday. And put it in this way. It's a little easier. That one worked out just fine. So what did I do to this card base? Oh, perhaps I didn't check that this was the right size. This card base is a little thinner. So we would probably have to adjust that just a little bit to make this fit in. It's going to need, oh, maybe a quarter of an inch more. But we could do it. You could make it work on this. I'll show you. It would certainly reach and certainly just put a little different score line right there. And it would be all set. And then you could put an address label on it here to put on your address and a return address label. And somebody would really know they're getting happy mail when they see an envelope like this in their mailbox. So let's see. Michelle suggested a little bling in the center there. Let's see what we have in those colors. Oh, maybe. I love these white starburst little sequins. Let me get a little putty to come out of this. Oh, I like that. Little white That should probably have had a big one. I think I can lift that up. There we go. Put that on a smaller one. And put a bigger one on that. Nice. And then we have some beautiful flowers. So thank you for watching me today, this afternoon, playing with these two floral suites, making an envelope. And I just want to remind you that anybody that places an order this week of $45 before shipping and tax and after you apply any Stampin' Rewards you might have, I will send you the card kits to make these 3 cards that I demonstrated on a live on, what day was that? Thursday? Wednesday? Thursday, I think. These 3 cards made with the beautiful motifs and the beautiful gallery paper. So think about the suite sale and what you might want to pick up while that is on sale. And let me know if I can help you figure out how to get the best deal with the suite sale, because it takes the 50% off the lowest priced item in your cart. So if you want a suite at 50% off or a bundle at 50% off, nothing else in your cart can be from a suite that's less expensive than that, or it will take the 50% off the less expensive item. But there's ways to order it so that you get the best deal. And if I can help you with that, please let me know. I hope you have a great rest of your Sunday afternoon. Hi, Martha. We're just about done. You'll have to catch the replay. I'll also be posting this over on YouTube, and you can watch it there on my channel as well. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Stay cool. The next couple of days are going to be warm, and make cards if you're too hot to go outside. It's a great reason to make cards. All right. Thanks very much, everybody. Bye-bye.